Hi everyone. Well, it's the last day of the Passover, but we know that the Passover really concludes at Pentecost, and we're traveling towards that with harvest in mind. So we've been looking at the resurrection encounters of Jesus with the disciples, and in Matthew's Gospel, Mary is told by the angel to tell the disciples to go into Galilee because Jesus is going ahead of them there, and they'll encounter him in the Galilee. And at the end of John's Gospel, that's where we find them. So they have gone back to what they know. They've been fishing, and 3 years or so before they'd been called from this place by Jesus, "Come follow me," and they'd given up everything and entrusted their businesses maybe to friends and family, and off they went and followed him. And as we've been saying over the past few days, a lot has gone on, and we do that, don't we? When we're in that place, when a lot's gone on, we just default to familiar things because there's comfort in that, isn't there? There's great comfort in just doing what you know, and you don't have to think about it. It just happens naturally because it's second nature to you. And they've been night fishing. They've been out all night, and then there they are coming back in the morning, and there's somebody on the beach, and shouts out to them, "Children, do you have any food?" And that's familiar, isn't it, from when we've been looking at Luke's Gospel, and Jesus appears to the disciples. Remember, after he'd met the ones on the road to Emmaus, then they get back to Jerusalem, and there's Jesus again, and he says to them, "Have you got any food?" And he eats fish and honeycomb with them. And so he's making it easy, he's making it familiar, because there's some doubt again. They're not quite sure if it's the Lord, but John knows as soon as Jesus speaks, then he's known. And that was the same, wasn't it, with Mary, and when he broke bread with the disciples when they got to Emmaus. So he tells them to cast their net on the right side of the boat, because they say, "No, we haven't got any food. We've been fishing all night, and we've caught nothing." And he tells them to put the net down, and in this great catch of fish comes. And Peter dives in, and he swims to the shore, and there he is with Jesus, and the others come in, and there's breakfast on the go. So Jesus has made a fire of coals, and he's already got fish, and he's already got loaves on the fire. So it's interesting, isn't it, that the loaves and the fishes are being shown to the disciples here, and Jesus is jogging their memories. They're right in the vicinity of where that miracle of multiplication would have happened. It's almost certain that they're in the region of Capernaum, and that's where they were called from, all around that region. And here they are again. Jesus has already got the food there, but he says to them, "Bring what you've got now. Bring the harvest in." And there was such a great haul of fish, but the nets didn't break. And I think, again, the Lord is telling them the season that they're in, and reminding us in this Passover going to Pentecost that we are in the season of harvest, that the Lord has gone before us. He is a fisher of men, and he has made us a fisher of men, and he's put the Holy Spirit in us, but it's the Holy Spirit that draws men unto the Lord. It's just our duty now to listen for where the harvest is, listen for where the catch is, and to put down the net and to bring it in. There's something just wonderfully reassuring, isn't there, that to know that the Lord has gone before us. These disciples were told to go into Galilee because the Lord had gone before them. And in all things in our lives, the Lord has gone before us. There is nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear about the waters that we are being led into, because he's gone before us and he's there for us, and he's got breakfast on the shore, and he's looking at you with those eyes saying, come follow me, good and faithful servant. I'm going to look after all your needs. Don't worry. It's all covered. Breakfast is served. God bless you.